Okay, I think you can all hear me. Is that right? I'm going to assume that you are. Welcome to another North by Northwest Region 13 Presents. I'm Sue Middleton, and today we're going to look at our members only site on Choir Genius. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a 30-year member of Sweet Adelines. All of that time I've been singing with Jet Cities up in the greater Seattle area. And 8 years ago, I also started singing with Pride of Portland Chorus. I grew up in Portland and I have lots of family there, and it seemed like a perfect way to combine two things that I love. I'm on the regional faculty. I've held 3 different roles on the regional management team. I edit the Intune, but you probably know me the most as the Region 13 webmaster and the Region 13 convention site webmaster. I know more of your email addresses than I know your faces. I'm also part of the regional communications resource team. And recently we wrapped up a member survey about our communications methods and how to improve on them. One area that caught our attention was that almost 40% of you said you didn't know that we had that you had a member profile, or how to get into it, or what your password was, or how to keep it updated. So my goal today in our brief time together is to show you how to access the members only site. And then if we have time, I'll show you a couple of other things too. Let me check here to make sure I don't have any comments. Okay, looks like we're good. Shows me talking. I can't see the chat room. Oh, there they go. Okay, so first of all, let me share my screen here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not there yet. Hang on a sec. I guess I need to check on it. Okay. This is hard, you know. Technology is hard. Okay. So right now you're looking at, let's go to the home page here. This is what you would see when you go to sairegion13.org. And in order to see the members only site, you need to click up here where it says members only, and that will take you to the login page. Now let's pretend none of this is here. And the first thing you'll see is a login section, and also right here a request new password section. So if your problem is that you don't know your password, which is a problem, click that tab. And it's going to ask you to put in your email name or your user name, which, by the way, on our Region 13 site, 99% of you have a region or a username of your first name with a space and a last name. We have a couple of duplicate names. I'm talking to you, Candy Johnsons. And so in those cases, we've given you a little bit different, or you have a little bit different username, but try that. And you can always try your email address. That would be the one that you think is associated with your Sweet Adelines membership. Then you'll need to click this I'm not a robot thing. And when you're done with that, down here, you're going to click on email me a new password, and it will send an email to your email address. You open that, and there'll be a link that when you click will take you right into your profile. You won't need to sign up. You won't need to do anything else. And then you can add your new password or a password, do it twice, click save, and you're good. But right now, we're going to assume that you know your password. And in this case, I am going to be Molly member. Administrators and certain other roles in our region have, well, they have different roles. And so if you looked at my web page, it would be entirely different. So we're going to look at Molly members password or account. Sorry, so I'm going to log in here. All right, so it takes you right to the dashboard. The dashboard has all of our information on it. It's depending on what kind of device you're looking at. You'll either have to scroll down a whole lot. If you have a larger desktop screen, you might see something that looks like this with both the menu on the side and other content, but it closes and opens by clicking this little hamburger menu here. So this would be where you would start out to get some information, but we are interested in your profile, and that is found up in the top right corner. It would have your picture. That's lovely Molly member, but we want to go to my account. Okay. So one of the things before we start going through this, and I'm going to click on edit right from the start, is that Choir Genius is set up for choirs or choruses, and we are a region and we have 28 choruses, 29 if you count all of our chapter at large members. So a lot of the things that you're going to see on here we don't use, and so you don't need to worry about them. It's not a problem. You can leave them blank. That's cool. So let's talk here. Let's go through all this. So the first thing you want to do, your name should already be there. If you want to put a nickname, if you go by, I don't know, Bones or Malls or whatever, you can put that in. If you know your password but you want to change it, you would put the new one here and then confirm it. As you start typing in a password, let's scroll this up a little bit, it will give you some tips to make it stronger. There's very little, I guess, that anybody would want to grab of yours off of this website. We don't save credit card numbers or information like that. But in general, this is just a good reminder on how to make a good password. Secondary email address. If you work all the time and you'd rather get all your email there, you can put an address in here and then click this send. So let's say I did that. And then where did it go? Below, there it is. If I wanted to send email and notifications there, I would do that. So then anytime the region sends out an email, you would be contacted in that email address. Please know that your Sweet Adeline account, your chorus account, if you have a members only site, and your Region 13 account could be totally different. It would be really nice if we could just click a little button and automatically download the information that Sweet Adelines has to our regional site and then farther down the line to our core site, but it's just not set up that way. So if you move or you have a name change or whatever, you get a new email address, you need to notify Sweet Adelines, or change it on Sweet Adelines, change it on the Region 13 site, and change it with your chorus. Some of you have your membership chairman taking care of a lot of this, and that's great, but just know that they're not linked together, and we're very sorry about that. If you can set your privacy level. So the normal setting is normal, and that means that some of your contact details are visible to other members. Now, they might use this because they met you at a meeting and they want to talk to you, or they're looking for everybody in a certain chorus, or somebody that's going to be close by if they're visiting. You are able to put in the information that you want other people to see that you want. You don't have to put your whole address in. You can just put in the city and state. You can just put in the chorus. Actually, the chorus is in there already. But if you just want people to see your name, and that's it, you would want to click this high privacy setting. Secondary choruses, these are things that you can add yourself. You just click here, and as you start typing, well, no, that's a different place. You would just put them in. Know that your chorus name should already be put in when your account was set up. You can also add a chorus. You don't need to save yet until we're all done. So let's go back up to the top. Your profile is where that personal information comes from. This is where you would upload a picture. We can ignore this. This would be my home address if any of you want to come and see me. But let's say I don't want any of you to come and see me. I just want you to know that I live in Federal Way. So I can put that in. If I don't want you to see a phone number, I can take that out, or I can add it. It's totally up to you and your comfort level. Most of us have on our cell phones now, something will pop up with who is calling, so you can always ignore something. Your birthday, I was not born in 1970. That would be really cool. I'd only be 30. But I just want you to know that if you do put in your birthday, because it does show up on some member information, it will only show the month and the day and not the year. So no one will really know how old you are. They'll just be able to send you birthday presents. All the rest of this stuff, we really can kind of, it's all up to you. None of it will show up to anyone of great importance except yourself. So here's my significant other, Molly's significant other. Let's go back to the top. Group information. This is where you put in your voice part. If you don't have one, you're Cal or you're deciding, you can choose not applicable. Your member ID would be your Sweet Adeline number, but really we don't need it on this account. We have it in other places. If you have any titles, if you're your team leader or whatever, you can do all this. But again, we don't filter by it or anything. Same with all of this other information. Then these other things up here, we don't do leave of absences from the region. Additional, what's in here? These are things that are not applicable to our group. We don't organize ourselves by voice type or height. I think that's mainly for how big your choir robe is. But you might want to use some of this emergency information, although if you do, I would also recommend you let your individual choruses know, because the region would more likely go to a chorus member than look this up on the website. But you can put some allergies in here. You can add a contact. Now this is all great, but you need to understand that this contact has to be a member of Region 13. You could not put in your partner's name. You could not put your physician's name, because unless they are members of our region and in our database, you won't be able to add them. So again, okay, so that we've tweaked our profile. So we're going to save that. And now it takes you back, and all of your new information should be in there. And you can still click on these things and look. You're just not, and see, this now has no address on it. But some other things that you want to look at with your profile might be, you wouldn't have any of these notification settings. We don't send much email out from the region. Emergencies, so you probably would like to keep that up there, if not weekly, daily. But perhaps you're on some teams, regional teams, and you just want to get things faster. Or this might apply to your chorus. It's the same thing. You can send them from weekly to hourly to never, and how you prefer to get them. My Music. That takes you to the My Music page, but you can also get it over here. So let me just check something here. Okay, we're running out of time here, but let me run you really quick into the document section, because we've tweaked it a little bit, and that was another big area of frustration for a lot of you. So to check our documents, you click on the side. All of our documents are organized into books, and just like a book, every document has pages. Some of the some of the books don't show their pages, like quartet resources, but that doesn't mean that there's not information there. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. We've added a new Choir Genius help page. So if you click there, it gives you information on, whoopsie, come back, oh no. I've lost my page. Sorry. Okay, there we go. I clicked on a link by mistake. It gives you some support pages. Choir Genius has a pretty good help page, and you don't have to have an account, even though it asks you to sign in. You don't need to. And then if all else fails, we've added a person to contact in each of these document sections. So if you think something is there, but you can't find it, it should tell you who to contact. This convention committee team document is not full, so don't worry about that. But other information, you can get old into newsletters, some member resources here, how to do different things, all the education things, quartet resources. If you're a director, if you're not a director, you can click there. There are some documents or books that we have that are, for example, Ovation. Ovation has a members only site, and you can't see it because you don't have the Ovation member rule given to you. So that, I think, is all that I mean to say today. Oh, one other thing, real quick. Let's go back to home here. So there are ways to search for things that you want. One would be in the menu, and you can search up here. If you are able, if it's in the menu and you have permission, it would show it to you. But probably more applicable would be this search box up here. And if you type in, for example, judging categories, let's see if we get any results. It does not show, well, it shows some of these here, but it does it for each page. So if you're on the documents page and you want to find judging categories here, let's see if we get different. Nope, same one. So in this case, it's not going to work. But anyway, that is what I have for today. Let me check and see if I can go back here. Let me look and see if I can see any comments. Hang on here. We're a little bit different time, so it's kind of hard. Let me see here. All right, well, I don't see any right now, so, and I've gone over my time, or I'm at the end of my time. Let me find it one more time. Where is it? Let's see. Well, shoot. Okay, it's kind of hard to do three of these at once. So, so before I sign off, please know that in about 5 minutes after I hang up here or sign off, this will be a video and you can check it there. I do want to share one thing with you, which would be this, which shows some resources that we have, maybe. There we go, hopefully. Oh no, end of slide. There we go. Okay, so some resources. Like I said, we've added a new Choir Genius section. You can go to the Choir Genius site, or you can email me, and we'll try to get back in contact with you to answer your question. We do appreciate anything that you help us. It's how we think and how you think could be totally different, so be sure to let us know. One thing to remind you before I sign off is that next Saturday there will not be a North by Northwest because it's our second area school. It's the WAM 2, as in Washington and Montana, making beautiful a cappella music together. Even if you watched the last one in August, you are more than welcome to sign up for this. It's going to be a good one. There's new material, new judges, fun activities. Information is here on this Region 13 Facebook site, or you can go to sairegion13.org. The home page will point you to the area school page and you'll get more information. So I hope to see you there because I'll be your host then too. Woohoo! It's been fun talking to you. I hope you have a great day and happy Labor Day weekend. Bye-bye.